come this way before. Travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened oh so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me. Cause I know I took a hold. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games we play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, hey. It's only what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. It's fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. But much expected, much is given. One to make the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up and let us make it brilliant. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like ooh. For the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition, I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Can't be played, can't take it personal.
Cause the devil is a lie. Hey. I'm telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. What up? Barbershop Conversations, man. We in here super early, man, just so we can set the table, man. I appreciate everybody coming in here, man. We gonna have a good time tonight, man. We gonna have a good time tonight, DB. What up, Rob? What up, Rob? Donald Simpson, Dream Cooking, yo. Hey, I heard you cooking on oh man, earlier today with Junior podcast. What's it called? Oh, anyways, I heard you cooking, man. I know we're here way early, man. People gonna start piling in, but I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming in, man. We gonna rock and roll all day long. Don't forget tomorrow night we have Erickson Lubin and Coach Cunningham. That shit gonna be fun and just confirmed today. Next Tuesday, we got Breadman. What's up, Kasim? We got Breadman, World Championship trainer Breadman coming in the barbershop, man. We just gonna talk shit and swallow some spit, man. Hey, man. So I'm not sure if y'all remember how this started. Y'all remember how this started when somebody called in, if I remember correctly. Someone called in and talked about the Weather Girl. Y'all remember that show about the Weather Girl and shit? Y'all remember that shit? DB reminded me. I had to go back and watch that episode. And then Danny Garcia's favorite fan called in, was like, yo, vbozeman, dog. She need to be in Black Panther. Y'all remember that shit, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. So that's how I started, man. And now we're here, and we're gonna have a good time tonight. It's gonna be a fun live show, and y'all niggas better not be scared. Don't leave me hanging talking to her for 2 hours, nigga. She ain't here. She's here for y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all call in. DB, call in. Hopefully, Danny Garcia's favorite fan is in here tonight. You know what I mean? And we'll go from there, man. So that shit should be pretty fun. So, oh yeah. So, what else happened today? What was it? Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Deontay Wilder. Yeah. Deontay Wilder. Man. They trying to get Wilder, man. They trying their best, man. They trying to get Wilder, dog. They trying their best, but it ain't gonna work. As long as I got a microphone and an opinion, it ain't gonna happen. Let me figure this out. Yeah, man. They trying their best, man. The WBC Joshua Fury trying to get Wilder, man. Trying to destroy Wilder, man. They trying their best, man. They trying their best. They trying their best, dog. But you know what? We ain't standing for that shit, dog. What up, Andrew Charles? We ain't standing for that shit. Tell it like it is, TV. We ain't standing for it, man. We gonna fight on behalf of Deontay Wilder, man, until the wheels fall off, man. Better believe I'm calling it. You told me you go eat it, DV. You told me you go eat it. Hey, she went to Crenshaw, DV. How about that? You know you can't be betraying those generals for the Cougars, man. You know what I mean? You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that, doggy. You know better than that. You know, I mean, that wouldn't be fair, DB. But yeah, man, we could talk a little boxing before she come in. But yeah, man, man, this is a funny business, y'all. This is a funny business, and all this stuff would have been swept under the rug without independent media. You know what I mean? Without media like the LDBC and people like Champ Side and Ego and Dante and myself and Blue Blood. All this would have been swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? And because we're here, you know what I mean? It makes sense. You know what I mean? So now we're here to protect Deontay Wilder at all costs, man. But she in here early. She in here early with a Dodger cap on, yo. She in here early with a Dodger cap on. So without further ado, man, we just gonna bring her right in, man. You know what I mean? vbozeman about to come in the building. We appreciate you, beautiful, for coming in.
Don't get mad if I don't call you back.
Hey, vbozeman in the building. What's they did there? We can see you vibe again. I appreciate you coming in the barbershop with us tonight, V. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. We appreciate you coming. You came in early. You used to these casting calls. You get there early and stuff. I was waiting so the people chime in.
Hey, that's my motto.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for coming in, man. And the guys gonna come in and holler at you in a second. And first, I want to thank you for being responsive and taking the opportunity to spend time with me. And you know, you get this random voice. I know you get these random calls all the time. Hey V, help me out. I need this. I need that. And I thank you for trusting me. And on behalf of everyone in the barbershop, thank you.
For sure, I'm honored to be here. You know, we have mutual friends, so this was not even a thought.
Appreciate it. Crenshaw High School, huh?
Yeah, all day, every day.
I went to Washington for a hot second.
Huh?
I went to Washington for a hot second. I got kicked out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a general. Yeah, I know. Ended up going to Venice High School.
Very close to Washington, actually.
Where? Where about?
Off of Vermont and 104th and Barron Cross. I used to stay over there for quite a few years after I moved from the East Side. So, you know, I'm an LA baby, so I done been all over LA.
I know when you text me back for show, I'm like, oh, that's so LA.
I know. I can't help it.
Did you play any sports or dance, anything at Crenshaw?
I was a cheerleader. A I was in the choir, but those were the two main things. I used to run track, but that was for the city league. That really wasn't in school, but you know the regular LA activities we had.
Where did the
But
arts come in at? Is it from church or is it the arts? Where did the arts come in from? Was it from church or was it from professionally trained or?
Church. I grew up in church all throughout the week. I was one of them kids in church all through the week, and in the choirs, the different choirs and things of that nature. But I learned everything in church. That's where the foundation started. So, yeah.
In that Go video, it seemed like you were a trained dancer, though.
I mean, I'm just, I try to not put all my apples in one barrel. I try to do it all.
So that's how it started. The one time the show broke down, right? The show literally broke down, and we just started talking about someone chimed in about a woman, and a big Danny Garcia fan called and was like, "Yo, vbozeman, man, y'all don't know she need to be in Black Panther 1, 2, 3, 4." And so that's how the legend of vbozeman in the barbershop happened, man. Did you audition for Black Panther at all?
Actually, no, I didn't. I was doing a lot of Empire stuff at that time. I wished I would have got the memo though, because that's definitely right up my alley. But maybe the next go around, I'll get the opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it definitely seemed like it's right up your alley in terms of like aesthetics and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So you got this single Juicy out, man.
Yeah, man. We listen. It's about to be a whole juicy situation this summer.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Because I'm like, first of all, most people like they know me from Empire and stuff like that, but my real supporters, they know what I can do. But for this first like official project that I'm about to put out, I just wanted to show like just a different side, the other layers that I have to offer as a creative, as an artist, as a woman. I'm not just gonna be singing a sad love song every 5 minutes. So this was a great opportunity for me to show my like sensual side and bring the sensuality to the hip hop and merge the two. Shout out to Jim Beans and M2 May, the original producer. You know what I'm saying? So when Jim Beans played the beat, I'm like, yo, that's M2 May. Like, let's try to tackle it. And it's like, all right, and it just really just happened organically and it just felt right. And M2 cleared it. So I knew that was a a good sign that I did something right, that we did something right. So, I just was like, this is the perfect time to put Juicy out and get a girl something to groove to feel sexy. And, if we can't, go to the beach, I'm like, let's bring the beach to us.
Facts.
Stop all this melanin magic.
Black girl magic, melanin magic, shit, dripping. Hey, what's funny is because I got a little chuckle today. I was like, she goes from what is love to telling a nigga don't be mad if I don't call you back. I'm like, damn.
Just think that's the ins and outs of that man-woman thing. Sometimes you in a good space, sometimes you not.
Facts.
Express that in the music for sure.
How far along are you with the album? Do you have a title yet?
I'm about 75% done.
Oh.
And I think I have a title. I think that it's organically seeming like it's sticking. I ain't gonna say what it is yet, but I feel like it's very female driven. I didn't leave the fellas out, of course. I never do. But this is it's a female driven album, and it's for the homegirl. So wow. I just wanted to be able for them to see themselves in me and in the music. So it's coming along very, very organically.
How's the visuals? And how many tracks you plan on being on it?
Now you know my visuals are always gonna be bomb. Bomb. My visuals are really, really dope.
Do you have one cinematographer, or do you use, or is it just you just pick a different person every time for your cinematography?
I pick a different person every time.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's always some fresh new eyes that I always like to collaborate with. If they can meet me in the middle as far as vision is concerned and it making sense. I've been working with Stephen Garnett. In the Go video, I work with Stephen Garnett, and in Juicy, I work with Stephen Garnett. That's not typically what I do, but for this particular project, I felt that he was perfect for it because he knows how to film women and catch the essence of a woman. So, you know, the Juicy what do you call it, lyric video it's not the official video. It's just what I had because I guess the quarantine happened and I'm like, yo, we might as well just put it out, you know, for right now. But I still have the remix to do, which will be a great little surprise.
Okay.
For the fellas. I think they're gonna appreciate this collab.
Okay.
So that'll be the like official video for sure.
Okay. How do you balance like your ability to seduce, be hood, be attractive, be intelligent? How do you combine all that shit? No, and the reason why I say that is because it seemed like when we see you visually, like a man got to be layered to even like say hello to you. Like it seems that way. Not in the not like well rounded. Say it again.
You said a man has to be layered.
Layered, well rounded, and you know what I mean. Yeah.
How do I balance it? You know, honestly, I had amazing examples of queens in my life, and till this day.
To this day. Oh, you about to say we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that shit. We gonna get into that shit.
You know, I love Beyonce. You already know I love Beyonce. No, but on a real, like I've really had amazing examples of queens, from my mother to my grandmother, aunts, my manager, Monica, my best friend, Dr. Joy. I mean, I just surround myself with solid sisters, and we mirror each other. We hold each other accountable. We have each other's backs, and we represent each other, and that's a very serious thing, especially with me having this platform, and you know, young girls are watching, and you know, all over the world. That's very, very important to me when it comes to the representation of what a queen embodies. They need to see it. You know, you could get your church on and do this and do that, but you definitely should have a balance, and it's a time and place, in my opinion.
Did you ever be challenged, because it seemed like you didn't bend at all in terms of keeping your like culture attached to you?
Was it ever a challenge?
Yeah, like people say they want you to be more middle of the road, you know, more in the gray area per se.
Yeah, I've gotten that from executives and stuff like that, but you know, I don't pay that any never mind. Because I'm very solid and matter of fact about who I am. I know the power that I have when I'm just myself, and I don't add any bells or whistles that have nothing to do with me. So I'm not going to do anything that I don't feel that is organically me. And it's just as simple as that. Like, I'm just not going to do it, because you start going down this rabbit hole and you find yourself, you can't find your way out. Gotcha. And I'm not going to compromise that. It's really not that serious. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? If that means, oh, well, you're not our type for this sponsorship or this endorsement, okay, well, it just wasn't meant to be. And that's how I look at it, because everything that's for you, it's for you, and the creator and the ancestors over me are gonna make sure that I'm well taken care of anyway. So I'm very clear on that.
Mm. Now you mentioned to this day, and that's kind of a great segue because Deontay Wilder and I have had many conversations about ancestors. And you said to this day, and you're a big Deontay Wilder fan.
I love Deontay Wilder. They cheated him that last fight. And he knows he cheated. That damn glove wasn't on that man's fist like that. I don't care what nobody say. And we can, debate on that. But yeah, I love Deontay Wilder's spirit. He's a king, and he's a great representation of of a black man out there. I love it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna send this to him. And were you into boxing prior to Deontay Wilder, or was Deontay Wilder your first experience with boxing? I mean, like as passionate as you talking about Wilder.
Yeah, I always was enthusiastic about boxing and watching it and stuff like that. It was always exciting for me to watch the big fights and kind of learning the ins and outs and the science of it all. But Deontay Wilder, I don't know, ever since I can't compare him as far as like his spirit and his unapologeticness about who he is. I haven't seen that, heard, because I wasn't alive during that time, since Muhammad Ali. So I'm very present in his journey and him, coming up in the world. I'm very, very present with that whole movement.
Really? I'm gonna make sure y'all meet. I'm 100% make sure y'all meet or have a phone call at some point.
For real?
Man, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. No, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. He's actually probably listening right now. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you I'll do that, because with your passion and your unwillingness to bend, and his passion and unwillingness to bend, he did a poem last week. Did you hear it?
I sure did.
Oh,
I loved it. That wasn't his first poem either. The brother is talented. You know what I'm saying? He's just very rare, and I feel like our community, we need to support him as much as we can. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, whatever, it don't matter. We need to support that man. His spirit is very rare when it comes to being on a huge platform like that.
I'm gonna make sure you get 2 tickets to his next fight. We're gonna make sure his team is listening, right? I just saw him in the chat. We gonna see his team just said, let's make it happen. So we're gonna make sure you get 2 tickets. You and whoever you want to bring. We'll make sure you get that.
That's so nice. I appreciate that. And shout out to the Deontay Wilder team and him. It's always love. Whatever you need, whatever you want to do, I'm always here to support whatever. I done got a lot of hits defending Deontay Wilder.
Really? Oh, talk about it.
I mean, that last fight, I posted a lot of little things that I noticed, from actually Pharaoh had put up this video, and I was like, I'm about to repost this because it showed how that man cheated. And I was all like, I'm very blunt when it comes to things that I'm passionate about. And I had so many people.
Well, you're not watching the chat, huh? You can't see the chat.
I don't see the chat. No, I don't see it.
In your right-hand corner, it says comment. You see it? Click on it.
Oh.
Yeah, well, now you'll be able to see the chat.
Okay.
And
I don't see it. Or whatever.
Okay.
But y'all had all types of people in my DMs and all trying to tell me y'all talking about I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, whatever. Whatever. I was so upset about that. You know what I mean? I just felt like they stole that man's belt, but I know he gonna get it back. God don't like ugly. Yeah. But it was obvious in my opinion. When you saw the video and you broke and it was broken down, how Pharaoh broke it down, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
They cheated that man.
Fact.
And I know the people that made his costume too.
Oh, do you?
People. They suggest me sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You good now? You see it?
Does it say? I think it says chat.
Yeah, it says comment at the top right hand corner.
Oh, I done just messed something up, child. Hold on.
I'll bring you out and bring you back in. Maybe that'll help. I'll bring her back and bring her back in. How's that? Well, I'll see her when she comes back in on the screen. She's a big Wilder fan. Oh shit! Now y'all really gonna call in now? Shit. Okay, she's back now. Man, they really gonna call in now. Shit. Man, this is a pro Wilder channel till the wheels fall off. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, V.
I didn't even know that.
I love Wilder. Wilder's my nigga in real life. Like in real life, ain't no play. Like he's yeah. Like we just spoke Saturday. Like for real. And so let's dive back into your career. So you write all your work. You get help. You get help. You got writers.
I write. I collab. I'm always open for collabing, but I write all the time, especially now during this quarantine.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna take it back to the first time I saw you.
Okay.
And it was actually Empire. I stand corrected. The first time I saw you was Empire. Was the first episode, right? And you started singing that song. How many takes did y'all with the light skinned brother? What's his name? Green Eyes. The lead. Yeah, the lead actor in Empire. Jesse? Not Jesse. No, the dad.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah, Terrence Howard. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Yeah. And he put his arm around you and he was like, say it like you just identified the dead body. How many times did y'all do that take?
Oh, once.
Are you serious?
One time.
You nailed that shit. And then I'm gonna tell you what really got me. What really, really, really got me.
What?
That cigarette in the black book. Do you get that comment a lot? For real? Do you get that comment a lot? When you sitting on the step smoking that cigarette?
You know what?
That
you
shit
are
is
the first person that's actually acknowledged that. And I really, really appreciate that.
That shit.
Out of that whole black book moment, that was my favorite moment, actually.
You looked like my auntie, my mom, my grandma. You know what I mean? Working under the table, getting welfare, putting up with a nigga shit. You know what I mean? He got laid off, but he's fixing engines in the garage. That's what that looked like to me. That's what when you was on that's what that looked like to me.
That's what I was trying to, embody. I was just trying to go there. That's what that was.
I felt that
tiredness. You know what I'm saying? You pay attention to detail, I see. That's a good thing.
No, but
you are the first person.
Really?
That has mentioned that. And I'm like, thank you. I'm like, that's the most important part of the whole.
To me, it was. For real. To me, it was. It looked like, see, I grew up poor. It looked like everybody's mom. You know what I mean? Whether she was working in a cafeteria at Markham Middle School or Forte or whether she was a prostitute or whether she was strung out on drugs, she looked like that, tired, frustrated. This nigga ain't no good, and I love this nigga to death. We on our 16th attempt right now.
Man,
he done hit me.
He killing me.
Mm-hmm.
This whole situation is killing me. It's just that is life, I appreciate that though. That Black Book was an amazing project that I collaborated on with Tyrese.
Shit was a classic.
Very passionate about it, and it comes from the Notebook.
Mm-hmm.
He flipped it, and I really I give that brother props for just taking the time to really dive into the layers of Black love and the journey that comes along with the love, because it's not always on the up and up. You have to go through things to get to to get to the end of the tunnel, I guess. And he showed that very, very thoroughly. I enjoyed that project for sure.
Yeah, I loved his pursuit of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. I actually was inspired to do some. That actually inspired me to do something, but the lead didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? So
Good.
I've done some stuff in film, and
Okay.
and
Really?
yeah, and so it kind of it kind of didn't work out. And I actually told you the story. The fans don't know the story, but I actually said the story about how I pulled Tyrese over on Century and Prairie. He was headed to a concert, and I was like, "Nigga, that black book was fucking everything, dog." Thank you, thank you. That nigga rolled down his window. Like that. I ain't even lying. God died is truth, man. And yeah, that shit was, man. Did you and you actually had a song on that, right? You actually had a song. You, Tank, and Tyrese actually had a song on that.
Yeah.
Can't Break Me. Is that the name of it? What's the name of it?
Can't break me.
Can't Break
Yes.
Me. Yeah. That shit was epic. So
I
now
can,
we
I can stop for that just as much as what is love. That was really something for the culture.
mm.
That I'm glad that came out so beautifully.
Oh, this and that's why I say the cinematography on that was fucking epic too. I loved how it looked like the scene in the when you guys are first coming up. It looked like dark and like it looked like you guys kind of used like some organic lighting. I don't know, like it looked like it was a lot of organic lighting, like you guys using a lot of reflection.
Yeah,
You know what I
a
mean?
lot of natural lighting. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just that man, that shit. So you should know I'm Emmy nominated, by the way. So that's how I'm getting in all this. So you like the details and shit. That's probably
Okay.
yeah. That's probably what it is. So now I let the cat out the bag. But
What are you Emmy nominated for?
cracking the system,
Fool me, huh?
cracking the system.
Cracking the system.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the Rick Ross, the drug dealer Rick Ross.
Oh, Freeway Ricky.
Yeah, I'm sure you've met him.
Yeah.
Have you met? Because he's always in the area, stuff like that.
Yeah. I have.
So
I
after high
have.
school, you went to Long Beach. Yeah, I read
Huh?
your bio.
You really did read my bio.
Yeah, I read your bio because I mean I know what I know about you, but I still got to do my homework for the interview and stuff. But I'm just yeah.
Yeah, I went to Long Beach State for a
Uh-huh.
couple years,
Hmm.
and then yeah, I loved it. It was cool, but my heart, my heart was just trying to pursue this music thing for real, for real. So shortly after that, I moved to Atlanta, and I got into that whole scene, writing with the different producers and artists, and getting my feet wet,
Mm.
and finally coming back when I was signed to Babyface. So it's been quite a journey. I've been in this music industry for some time now, so I'm just ready for that moment, you know, and until then, I'm just gonna keep on grinding. You know what I mean?
What was the stop after college? Like the first job or the first, and are you working simultaneously and building and trying to get in the music industry?
Well, I never the stop after college was grinding. I was just in Atlanta with my good friend Dean, Esther Dean. We were friends, but she at the time we worked a lot together. And she was like, "Yo, you should just come back to Atlanta with me," because we were in a singer group out here. And I was like, "Man, I don't know." I was just so scared. You know what I'm saying? I was
Mhm.
like, "I ain't got no job. I don't have no money." She was like, "Girl, you could just live with me.
Wow.
Atlanta's so cheap. This is and the other." And we were just two sisters grinding it out. My mother helped me so much during that time.
Wow.
And at that time, I got a little job. I used to work at Joe's Crab Shack. I used to work at Kohl's. I used to work at, where else did I work at? So many places. But when I finally got back here, when we signed with Babyface, I just this is just what I did ever since then. I never had a job after that. This is just what I do. So it's my livelihood.
How would you compare LA lifestyle to Atlanta lifestyle?
Woo! Now let me tell you this story.
Okay, take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
The very first day that I got to Atlanta, I was like, wow, this is interesting. This is interesting. Because I heard the radio. And then this is when snap music first came, you know, on the scene. And when I first heard it, I was like, what is that? I was like, is this for real? Like, is this for real? I thought it was literally a joke. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what they doing? What they playing? Like, I thought they was playing. I was like, they playing the game? What they making fun of? She was like, nah, girl, this is for real. I was like, it is? She was like, yeah, it's called snap music. I was like, oh, okay. So that was one. And then two, first day we went to the club. And I was very, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable because, you know, I'm from South Central LA. I'm from the East Side. Like, you know, if it's a lot of Black people that gathers together, something is gonna go down. Some 6-0's gonna be over here, some 8-trays gonna be over here. I don't know what's gonna happen. You know,
you didn't go to Horseman. You didn't? Did you go to Horseman?
No, I didn't go to.
That sounds like a Horseman story. 8-trays and 16.
All my friends went to Horseman.
Okay, all right.
I went to Catholic school, St. Michael's.
Oh, okay.
There on Vermont.
Okay.
But I didn't realize just how guarded I was when I stepped into that club, because I was like, damn, all these Black people. And I saw all the guys wearing all these colors. I mean, they were wearing red, yellow, orange, purple. I felt like I was just like in a Twilight Zone. I just knew something was going to happen. Because everybody was dancing. It was a lot of energy. And I never seen like just Black people just so free like that. I just never saw it. Man, something loud popped in the club, and it was like a balloon or something. And do you know, I dug down. I literally dug down. I was like, I know it.
Oh man.
I was like, girl, what are you doing? I was like, you know what? You know, she said, girl, it's a balloon. I said, oh my God, that's how traumatized I was growing up in the hood. And that's sad though. When you think about it, I'm like, dang, we don't realize the traumas that we carry when we're off into the world, and how we react to certain things because of those traumas. So it was interesting. It was very interesting.
Yeah. And now the world is experiencing this worldwide trauma called Black life. You know, being pulled over, that trauma, being pulled over, keep your hands on 10 and 2. How did you initially respond to now the George Floyd murder?
It was a wave of emotions, you know. First I was numb, you know, and then I was infuriated, I was disgusted, I was sad, I was depressed. It was a lot of just different emotions.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And it still comes and goes. I just felt like if something was definitely brewing this time, more so than ever. And I said, this time is different. It's gonna be different this time. You know what I mean? And I went out. I did some of my protesting like earlier on, before the police got their orders to start doing what they were doing.
Sure.
And you know, I've always been for the cause. I've always been for my people, and trying to do as much as I can in the capacity that I can with the platform I have, through music, through my voice, do whatever I can to be very vocal about
Sure.
the injustices that are happening to our people, and that's been happening to our people for thousands of years. You know,
Mm.
it didn't just start with the European slave trade; it started
Mm.
long before that too.
Yeah, you
So
actually right. I I did an interview for a Canadian radio station, and what I remember from that and the emotion I got from that is, if they did this for 400 years, how can I trust them in year 401? You know what I mean?
very good point.
I don't trust no one, and I'm to the point where, like, I think there's a group of us that has to risk something. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And preferably men, because women procreate. Um, but it's just, I think it's time. There was a guest that called it what did she call it? A secret society. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
think it needs to be that. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that we get to that at some point, because if we get out of this and they say, oh, we're going to give $100 million here, $100 million here, nothing. We're right back where we started, V.
Yeah. You know what I think? Number one, I think that what you said, it was right. It really does start with our men.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like we're we're in our glory right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I've said this before. Like, we need to be as loud as we can while we have the world's attention, because they really are like killing our men. It's and our women too.
Mm-hmm.
They're killing our men, and you like it's the whole genocide that's happening right before our eyes, right?
Yeah.
And
Sure.
I'm just like, our men are our protectors. Like, you guys are our protectors, and that's just what it is. So
Mm.
I'm just like, if all the men are dead, in jail, gone, who's gonna protect us?
Mm.
How are we gonna procreate? How are we gonna keep our legacies, alive? And that's my whole thing. It's the legacy of our people.
Mm.
Like, I love our Black men, and I want to, um, you know, I'm very concerned of
Mm.
the rapid rate that, our Black men are just falling by the wayside by a lot of things. We're getting attacked at such a high level right now, with all types of things coming at us, coming at you guys. So I just think right now we need to just, get fearless and get back on our throne.
Fearless.
And it is time. It is whatever, whatever is necessary, whatever we need to do to protect that. That's what we need to do now, because at the end of the day, our babies are dependent on us.
Our
We
babies are
can't just
depending on us. Right.
live in vain. We can't just be here and then, I'd rather die, on my feet than on my knees. So I'm just like, look, we need to just boss up and go on and fight the power.
Mm.
Because our babies are depending on us. They're depending on us. And I'm so proud of, like, this generation of young people and how they're
Wow.
stepping
As
up,
we
and
should be.
they're getting out there on the front lines, and facing that beast head on, because that's what we have to do.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
old way of, and I'm not down in, the older Black organizations, or down in the our elders, as far as, their approach to fighting, but today is a new day now,
Mm.
and we have to do something different to get different results. You know what I'm saying?
I,
I don't want to hear no more preaching on the pulpit at
ah,
funerals,
man.
playing on my emotions and all that type of stuff. It's
Mm.
time to educate ourselves. It's time to educate
Information.
ourselves on our history. It's time to educate ourselves on our enemy. It's
Fact.
time to learn how they move. It's time to understand how powerful Black media is to
Mm.
us. It's time to understand that mainstream media is not for us. It's all propaganda. And we need to really pay attention to what's really happening behind the veil. Because if we don't know what's going on, how are we going to fight thoroughly? How are we going to execute, these missions? How are we going to save our men, our women? We not, because we don't have the tools to fight. And it starts up here. You gotta study, man, and understand what's going on. So
I did a video yesterday or 2 days ago, information over inspiration. You know what I mean? Because what tends to happen is, like, I'm gonna speak for you. So just in case someone cuts this video up, is I'm gonna speak for myself. Al Sharpton. I've never seen him cross the finish line, as it relates to getting a policeman convicted. You know what I mean? He sounds eloquently because he's done it 100 times. You get what I'm saying? If I shoot 100 free throws, the first 100 is not going to be as good as the second 100. The third 100 is going to be better than the second 100. So I agree with you when you speak to the point of, yeah, I've tried it. You know what I mean? And y'all need our help. You know what I mean? You need our vigor. You need our ability to fight, because peace and protest don't go together to me. It don't go together to me. Like, I
agree.
And here's what I think. And I know there's gonna be casualties of war, and when it hits home, it hits home. But I think looting and rebellion is the underbelly of revolt. Like, you understand? Like, I have a level of empathy for people who are losing things in this, but the long end of it, I think, is progress. If we stay the course, I mean, if we stay the course and fight and be, as you use the term, fearless, I think that's going to be the key. You know what I mean? Because I'm about to do a video tomorrow about how politicians are going to cleverly do this to us. If we defeat Trump in November, we've solved all the black people's problems. You know what I mean? Because here's the catch. Trump has only been in office 4 years. Your motherfucking system has been in office 400 years.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I just hope that we rebel and revolt for as long as we can. Oh, speaking of that, Keenan did this piece for me behind me. You see that piece behind me?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's Malcolm X about the Secret Service Donald Trump. Yeah.
He is so gifted. I love him.
Isn't he? Yeah.
And he's been on the ground for a while, spreading his talent and making sure he adds to the culture with that paintbrush, man.
And he means it too. And he means it.
Very sincere.
They're begging me to open up the phone lines. You want to take some calls?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Hey, because V, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I'm gonna be as 100 as I can with you. Every time a woman comes on, they talk all this shit. V, they talk all this shit. Oh, because it's a barbershop feel, right? We talk shit and swallow spit. The woman comes on. They don't call it. But if we talking boxing, these niggas gonna call. I'm telling you, these phone, I can't get them. The phone lines are open, guys. Prove us wrong. You know what I mean? The phone lines are open. But how did you get the Empire role, by the way?
I got the Empire role when I was signed at Timberland. We're doing an album called Opera Noir, which will be out this summer, finally, thank God. And I showed him this piece that I did with CeeLo called Race Jones. And he saw the video and was like, yo, you can act too? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yo, doing this new show. I think that happened.
Okay.
What is love? It is not guaranteed.
What's up? 323. What's up?
Hey, she better quit singing to me like that. You better be careful. You better be careful, girl.
I gotta pay my bills, bro.
Right on. Hey, I saw that cover of Something in My Heart. That shit was OG. What made you do that?
I mean, Miss LA, she's from South Central. She was like the first and last person from my hood to have made it in her capacity. So I had to pay homage. And I love Miss LA. I've always wanted to do that song. So I took a stab at it, and it came out beautifully.
I love that. You said you came from the east side. Where was you at on the east side before you moved to Atlanta?
Yeah, I lived on 85th and Avalon, like right over
Oh
there.
shit.
Damn. So you was right by me. I used to stay in Avalon Gardens.
Okay, yep, right there then. Yep, we stay
Yeah, right
right
in
across
the
the
street.
street.
Okay. Too bad I didn't get a chance to bump into you. We could
Oh,
recreated that
my
Timothy
grandma
Bloom
didn't let me
picture.
go around. She didn't let me walk around the streets like that. I had to stay on the porch.
There was a gas. Hey, there's a gas station on Florence and Avalon. I used to, you know what I mean? Y'all probably could have met there at some point, you know?
True, true. It's still gonna happen. You know, Pac-Man gonna hook it up with the Tay gonna hook it up with the tickets, and you said it was an extra ticket, so I'm pretty sure she might take me. Yeah. Hey, so listen, I was tripping off of something I was thinking as I was looking at your face, and you know your face, not just because of your hair, but you have a unique look. So if there was an autobiographical movie of Veronica Bozeman, who would play you in that movie?
That's a good question. Who would play me in that movie?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you that, bro. I don't even know yet. I couldn't
Okay.
even tell. It would be an interesting movie, though. I've definitely been working on my little story. So I would have to think about that. I'll
Okay.
get back to you on
And
that one.
for right now, what's more fulfilling for you, doing the musical thing or the acting gig?
Really, it's both. You know, I grew up in the arts. So as long as I can express myself in a passionate way and it's something that I'm connected to spiritually, it's like air for me. You know what I mean? So I love both, and it'll be a whole lot of more films coming up and series that I'm doing with
Oh,
Paula
beautiful.
Patton with Sacrifice and with Howard High. We're gonna be starting to film again next month. So all that for me goes hand in hand: modeling, singing, acting, activism. It's things that I'm passionate about. So that's how I feel about that.
Right on. I love that. So, what do you think your greatest accomplishment is so far?
My greatest accomplishment. Wow. My greatest accomplishment is still having a fire to do this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of like in the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Especially with my moral code. It's not that easy, you know, trying to thrive in this industry and keeping your moral code intact. So that's my greatest accomplishment, being able to do this and create a livelihood from it. I'm not
Right on.
My goal is not to be like the biggest, you know, star in the world and this is that and the other. I just want to be able to touch people and be happy and have a peace of mind while I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they'll give their soul to be the biggest star, but it's really not about that. But people find that out when it's kind of too late.
Right on. That's a great answer. Let me ask you this. What's the best piece of advice that somebody's giving you?
I'm sorry?
What's the best piece of advice that someone has given to you?
The best piece of advice. My manager, Monica, when she told me that, you know, that I was enough.
Amen.
And I really, really understood that from the different challenges that I faced, you know, less is more. And when I completely embraced myself and understood the power that I had and what that meant and who I was, I really understood that, you know. After you understand that, it's kind of like you could just learn how to navigate. You know how to navigate. So that was the best piece of advice.
So will Monica lobby for a spot for the future Black Panther movie for you?
Would there be a spot in the future Black Panther movie? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, I said, will Monica lobby for a spot for you for one of those future Black Panther movies?
Absolutely. I have a feeling that I'm gonna be in that thing. It's
makes too much
sense. Kind of inevitable in my eyes. I'm like, how could I not be in that movie? But yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Are you and Lee Daniels working on something else right now?
I haven't spoken to Lee in a while. Lee is working. I feel like the last thing I heard, Lee was working on some superhero project, but I haven't spoken with him. But he knows how to get to me, and I know how to get to him. You know, whenever if that time arrives. But no, not as of late.
Yeah, you know how to get to me too. So when the curtains close, when it's all said and done, what will people remember about Veronica or vbozeman?
I just want people to remember that, you know, my whole mission statement is just touching the hearts and souls of the people. That's all I want to do. And if I can do that through song and through the arts, I've done what I was supposed to do. I never had a plan B. I never wanted to do anything else. I've always known that I had a gift. I always known that I had an anointment when I was a little girl. I've never not known me not to sing or something like that. So I'm very clear on that. And I'm supposed to just, you know, touch people and give the gift back as it was given to me.
Get it. Look, boy, you so calculated with your good stuff. So look, when I say see you, you say what?
See you later? What? I don't know.
No. When I say see you, you say smile.
Oh, so you been to a performance or two?
Yeah, come on, man. You're supposed to be ready for that.
I was supposed to be ready for that. I failed the test. But you're right. See, you smile. You right.
Look, all right. So look, before I let you go, I want to play a little game with you real quick. This game called Or. I always play to some people. So Isley Brothers or Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Oh, that's not even fair.
You got to answer the question.
It depends on the mood. You know what I'm saying?
No, V, that's a cop out. You got to give me an answer. One answer. Isley Brothers, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's a tough question. That's a tough question. That's a tough one.
That's very tough. I'm gonna say Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay. Candles or incense?
Incense.
Yeah, you from LA. Muhammad Ali or Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, that's easy. Muhammad Ali.
Ooh.
Okay. Dogs or cats?
Neither.
Dogs. I'm a dog lover. I used to groom dogs.
Oh, okay.
Right on, doggy style. Brooklyn Bridge or California Coast?
Cali all day, baby.
Okay. All right, now I'm gonna give you a couple of names real quick, and you just give me one word that kind of summarizes or tells about that person.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yep.
All right. Kobe Bryant.
Legend.
Nipsey Hussle.
OG.
Tupac Shakur.
Oof. King.
Donald Trump.
Misunderstood.
Candace Owens. Hey, no fair with that one. No, I don't even answer that. That's it. Tyree.
Passionate.
CeeLo Green.
Prolific.
So good.
The last one, I know I'm gonna fuck you up with this one. Whitney Houston.
Everything.
Right on. Listen, I appreciate you, Queen. Man, we got some real queens and some beautiful sisters from Regina King, Janae Aiko, Lauren London, Tinashe. LA produced some real good ones, and you fall right in line with them. So we appreciate you coming to the barbershop, and thanks for letting me fade you.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I enjoyed your questions and your engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we shall talk again soon.
For sure.
Appreciate you. Thanks, DB. Appreciate you. Did you know Nip, by the way?
Yeah, I knew Nip.
Really?
He when Unc used to manage him, he used to have us come together on different occasions. And the very last time I saw Nip was at the 1500 studio in the Valley, and he was supposed to actually be on this EP. Last time we spoke, he was like, "Yo, whenever you ready, Queen, just let me know." That's how Nip was. And
that would have been powerful. Imagine y'all doing a song called Crenshaw and King.
Man.
Fuck. You know what I mean? Like that shit. Well, because he already got Crenshaw and Slauson, so I would have thought Crenshaw and King, that song. Damn, that shit would have been powerful.
Man. It's all I think about that a lot. He was definitely supposed to be on this EP, but all things happen.
Sure.
Hopefully for the good of it all in the end.
Can you tell us about his spirit? I only met him one time, so I can't say that I know much about him. I mean, I walk by. The funny thing is, I've said this story, but since you don't know it, our kids went to school across the street from each other, so I would see him often, but I would never talk. Yeah, literally across the street, and so I would see him, but I never would talk to him because I'll be across the street, Yeah. But talk about his spirit.
His drive was amazing, and he was just a very organic person, very driven, very focused, and he was a real leader. You know what I mean? The guys really looked up to him and really held him in high regard. I just saw his growth, from when Unc used to, because when I was in a girl group and he was with Unc, it's a whole progression there.
I get you.
That's like a whole 10, 15 year span of time.
Sure.
And just watching his growth and from a young man into a king. It was just amazing to watch. Every time I was around him, you saw the growth. You saw the evolvement, and it was just a beautiful thing to watch. From him handing out his his CDs to him being a Grammy nominated artist.
Facts.
But it showed not only in his music, but it showed in his walk. He never left the neighborhood. He never wavered from who he was. And LA really hasn't been the same since, to be honest.
I agree.
It hasn't been the same. I know you feel it. I mean, everybody feels it.
I live in the area, so I'm right in the Crenshaw district.
Yeah. So you feel the difference.
By far, it's drastic. It's drastic. I was at Mike Deli's today with 460s. Like, I mean, just talking to him and shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's definitely different, for sure. It's because I drive through the area, obviously, and I don't take Slauson because of the train and stuff.
Yeah.
So I always go through like sometimes I take West Boulevard, sometimes I'll take 8th Ave or 4th Ave. And I know when Nipsey's around because it's a lot of traffic, like in the avenues and stuff. And I always make a point not to go by 60th and 11th because they be at that liquor store over there. You know what I mean? Because there's just too many people. You know what I'm saying? And I can totally tell, but now it's like empty. It's a lot of emptiness. You know what I mean?
It is.
It's a lot empty. He's a huge star that fell out of the sky. You know what I mean? Huge star. You know, and I genuinely wish I would have had opportunity to talk to him. I'm glad you did though. So you got those memories.
Yeah, I do. Nothing but memories.
Yeah. So your album, man. Let's talk. So it's 75% done. Your album is 75% done. You want to tease us with something? You got something in your phone. You got 10 seconds or something. You got 10 seconds.
You know how when a painter or a writer, author, you can't reveal it till it's all complete. But I will say this: I'm very proud of this body of work. I really am. It's just it shows so many different layers of who I am, and it's as raw as I can be, and it's really my very first solo project that I'm gonna put out. So it's important that I get it right, and the people that I've been working with, from Timberland to a Jim Beans to a CeeLo Green, it's gonna be some rich content in there, and you can play it from the beginning to the end. The fellas gonna groove to it too though, because I do like to keep in mind I like my tracks to sound real just OG with it. I like for my tracks to sound very just like, just what's the word?
Authentic, raw.
Just gangster.
Gangsta.
Like,
you going no Vaseline on niggas?
What you say?
You going no Vaseline on niggas or what?
No. I'm just saying
I know what you
mean. Will appreciate my tracks and how I sonically produce this project. I'm gonna have some real bass, some nice bass in there. It's gonna be real. I'm just saying, it's pretty gangster. It's pretty gangster. With some feminine touches, you know what I'm saying?
Sprinkle that shit on there, like some
you
more pepper than salt.
Exactly.
What's one of the best produced songs you've heard in a minute?
I'm not gonna lie, I really felt like Kendrick Lamar's albums, for me, were produced very well, just sonically, and the mixing, the tracks. I mean, it's so many different genres that you hear, from jazz to hip hop to it's just very well rounded.
Gotcha.
It was very amazing, but 1500 did a lot of that stuff.
And you know why that's so important?
Huh?
You know why that's so important? Because I think that about Nip's album, about Victory Rap, and they did a lot of
musicians.
Yeah. Her phone died. Oh, she's back. Okay, I thought your phone died. I can't hear
you. Musicianship.
Okay.
When I think of those albums, when I hear it, it's not just like beat makers, anything like that. You hear real drums, real bass, real pianos, and just a whole body of work that's well thought out. So I would say those.
You know what song that I think that you know of that I thought I was for like the past couple of days I've been just on like around your circle of influence Tyrese, I Still Do. I think that fucking song is produced masterfully.
It's beautiful.
Fuck. But he
Tyrese
goes,
has a lot of beautiful songs.
like
Hands down.
it's like three different producers on one track. It seems like, you know what I mean? Like it's astounding.
Yeah, he's very intentional about who he works with and the music and his whole process. Is very I was very, impressed when I worked with him and the way he approaches, his music and how he delivers the tracks, and very, very refreshing. Very refreshing.
Yeah, I speaking of refreshing and paying attention to detail, that Raheem Devon video you were in, it's like what I realized about you, or this is just my interpretation of it. See, I told you no one's gonna call in. If there was, I swear to God, who do we have on last night? Who do we have on last night? Oh, we had Cannon. We had Brandon Adams. Phones kept on ringing every second. Every second. I ain't lying. I got to push people to voicemail when guys, they don't call when a woman calling. I tell you, that's the goddamn truth. But they shy. They shy. They gave you 44 compliments and a half. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh my man. Yeah, you should see. I'm gonna screenshot you my DMs today. Niggas were going crazy. I forgot what I was telling about. What was I about to say?
Raheem Devon's video, the last video I was in.
Yeah, and I correlated that with Tyrese. When you embrace a man, what are you thinking?
When I embrace a man?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
What do you mean?
Like, because when you embrace, like, I want you to answer it first before I get because it seems like it's post. It's like a post, like intimacy hug. You know what I mean? Where it's like it's. I'm not going to use the term spiritual because that sounds like so cliche, but it seems like it's when you hug them and like your embraces with Tyrese and your embraces with Radio Raheem is a guy in boxing, but not Raheem Devon. It seemed like when you hugged him, you knew the destination. When you embraced him, you knew the destination.
Well, I feel like, whatever man that's in my cipher, I love that man. You know what I mean? All the men that's around me, they treat me like a queen. They see me. They know who I am, and I see them. So when I do a video like that with someone, in that kind of intimate way, it's just, you just see a pure connection. And I'm very intentional about showing affection to our men, and just being comfortable with that. I guess I'm just comfortable with it. You know what I mean? I feel like we Black women kind of sometimes get a bad rap when it comes to the way our lack of nurturing or showing a deep connectedness to our men. And I never want to be in that category. And I want to kind of like, I don't want that narrative to exist anymore. You know what I mean? So in those moments, I'm very, very present with, the connection.
That would be dope if he returned the favor on your album. That would be dope. Like MS Jolie. Like, how did y'all meet, by the way?
We met on tour, on my first tour, when he was the headliner. It was Leela James and myself. So that was the first time I met him, and we developed a really good friendship. And he helped me on that tour because it was like my very first tour, and I was like, oh Lord, like the first couple of nights, I was like, I was so
It was
nervous.
long, got long to you, got repetitive.
I mean, not that it got repetitive, but it was my first tour after the whole "What Is Love" thing, and I was like, Lord, are they gonna like me? What is, I was just nervous. So he kind of helped me out and ironed out a lot of things for me, and we've been friends ever since. So he said he was gonna do something with the Juicy song, so I'm waiting for that.
Oh, that'll be dope. That'll be dope.
Yeah. I sent him the the instrumental and stuff, so we're gonna see what he does with it.
Oh, he was. Oh, you know what? He was the king. He was him and Trey Songz was the king of the mixtape, R&B mixtape. They had a good run,
They did.
Yeah.
Look, a lot of people call Raheem the James Brown of our day, because you talk about somebody that grinds. He works. Raheem works.
Yeah, and he's super talented too. Super talented. Who would you want to work with?
Who do I want to work with? I would love to work with Kendrick Lamar, one day. Schoolboy Q. Who else? I like Jenny Aiko too. I like her little vibe. Yeah.
You never met her? You met her a lot of times though, right?
I never met her.
That seems odd. That seems like y'all should have crossed paths a million times.
Kind of weird, huh?
Do you go to Simply Wholesome often?
I used to work at Simply Wholesome.
Did you? Really? Oh shit! What years did you work there?
Oh, it was a while ago when I was in college. That
was
okay.
All right. That's some years ago. Okay.
Yeah. I love Fantasia too. I always wanted to work with her.
Fantasia the shit.
Fanny Mae, I love her. Who else? I mean, that's who I think of at like the top of my head right now. But yeah.
Rapping too? Or that song rap style?
I love J. Cole,
You and J. Cole would make great music together.
Yeah, I think we would too. I love J. Cole. I love him. Man, sometimes these questions kind of catch me off guard, because when you're like doing your album, you're like, Ro James. I love Ro James.
Yeah.
Together.
You should remix Permission. You should remix Permission on the woman's side.
That's a good idea. That's actually, excuse me, a good idea.
Yeah. That would be.
That might be something.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. It only makes sense. You say it again, please?
Luke.
I
really love his artistry. Very talented brother, Luke James.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Luke James.
Yeah, that's who I can think of right now.
What do you love about the Crenshaw district? And okay, let's go down the line, because I did this yesterday because Brandon is from LA as well. What's your favorite hamburger spot? Are you a vegetarian, vegan, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm vegan.
Oh, so what's your favorite vegan spot?
I'm not gonna lie, I love Monty's.
You go to Monty's? I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm a Monty's motherfucker too. Yeah, I'm a Monty's.
Monty's is bomb.
This is my shit.
I'm sorry, this is bomb. You know what? I love the Grill Fresh. I love going there. The plantain tacos and the little desserts that they have. I'm very into them right now. I've been going to them lately a lot, actually. Of course, Simply Wholesome.
Yeah, Simply Wholesome. That's a neighborhood spot.
Yeah. It's this new spot too. I can't think of it right now, but they've been open for about the last 2-3 years in Leimert Park, and it's right next to You know the Jamaican spot in Lamar Park.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
They're like across the street, and they had this amazing watermelon salsa. Bomb.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
But they have this salsa with the watermelon. It's so good. I wish I could get that. But every time I go, I go get my little watermelon salsa. You know what I'm saying?
Do you plan on being in LA for the duration, or you want to move back to Atlanta, New York, out of the country?
You know, LA is always my home, but I definitely love to travel. I feel like maybe when I get my first like real home, it probably won't be in LA. Cause I need room. I love nature. I'm Capricorn. I love animals. I just want to be in nature and kind of balance that out. So it'll probably be somewhere down south, Tennessee or somewhere. Maybe I'll be Jill Scott's neighbor or something like that.
Speaking of Jill Scott, how did you like the verses with her, Erykah Badu? Wasn't it? Shit.
It was just an epitome of queendomness. That's who I need to be working with too, Jill and Erykah.
Fact. I wish I knew him. Man,
I'm trying to tell you, like, I loved every second of it. The vibration was all the way on point, which I knew it would be.
Yeah, the vibrations was a shit.
Killed it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Do you know them at all?
I know Jill. I don't know Erykah, but I've met her so many times through Joy, Tennessee, Slim Kitty. She's one of my mentors, and she is very close to Erykah. So we have villages that intertwine.
What's the ups and downs of the tour? You mentioned the tour. What's the ups and downs of touring? The
ups and downs of touring for me is the boredom of it all. Because I can't do anything, because I had one of those kind of voices that anything can affect it. I can't talk loud. I can't eat too much before a show. I have to drink at least a gallon of water a day. I have to sleep a lot. I can't be going out partying, drinking, none of that stuff. I'm like the most boringest person you could ever.
It's funny how all the beautiful women say, "Oh, I don't do shit, man. I'm the most boring person in the world. I'm a homebody." All the beautiful women say that, dog. You know that? You ain't getting away with that one, dude. You ain't getting away with that. You hold your hand up like an usher.
That's just on tour.
You need to be excused, huh? You need to be excused. Let the church say amen.
You know what I mean? No, it's that's a real thing. Like you sing every night of the week for damn near 2 months, so I have to sound right. I can't having people come and I'm paying their money and I'm sounding crazy. So, but on my off days, I may have a little bit of fun. But I'm a very fun person, just not on tour. Just not on tour.
How many dates was that tour? That was your first tour. I didn't know. I actually saw you. I saw you when I told you on the phone. I went to the tour at the Novo. I was there. I didn't know that was the first tour. Yeah.
Yep, that was my first tour. We did about 40 some dates, something like that. But it was amazing. I got into my groove, and I tapped into that magic, and it was it was just amazing. I loved it. I love tour and being able to really connect with the people and get in that vibration of that connectedness. I enjoy every last moment of it. The people make the tours. Fact. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
How do you decipher, like when you're on tour, you obviously getting different energies being thrown at you, being introduced to you. How do you manage the authenticity versus I'm trying to get something out of her?
Oh, you can smell it a mile away after so long. You know what I mean? I'm a discerning person, and I've been in this game for so long. I can smell that type of stuff a mile away.
Sure.
And my manager, Monica, she's a beautiful woman, very petite, small. you know, and people definitely gets it twisted because she's very protective and she's on high alert when it comes to us being in these streets. So it's not a game.
What would you like to do for LA? You and I spoke on the phone briefly, but like, what are some ideas you have? Because I told you, like, if I say something, the men are gonna come. Like, and you said if you say something, the women are gonna come. What are some ideas you had that would want you to for LA? What would you want to do for LA?
You know, I'm thinking about like something, just a celebration type of thing, a block party type of thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but of course connected to a cause, whether it's for the youth. I'm always thinking about our babies, you know what I'm saying? I'm always thinking about our babies, and maybe it's just, you know, a block party and we can all get together, like, you know, a adult block party. We could all get together and just, you know, come up with some resources for the kids and prepare them to go back to school. You know what I'm saying? Just something like that, just to help out the families and preparing the kids to go back to school, because you know it's a trying time right now.
Amen.
Have lost their jobs, and
Facts.
a lot of people standing in these food bank lines, you know, because of this pandemic. So when that school year comes around, the kids, you know, they need what they need. So I'm thinking maybe we could do something like that.
Okay, I don't do a block party. But what I do, it'll be the third year. This is the third annual. I have a free backpack and haircut given every August. So this is
that's dope.
So August. It's not a block party though, but it's I give away backpacks and we stuff the backpacks with stuff. And it probably comes out to maybe Jeffrey was in the chat. He was there. Maybe 100 to 200 people show up. You know what I mean? I do it in a GS parking lot every.
Oh, at the GS. Okay.
Yeah, not at the GS, but in that parking lot, because there's a barber shop there, a salon there, and they do the kids' haircuts and stuff for 3 or 4 hours or so. So yeah, we got a beam in right now. You want to take a beam in?
Sure.
Okay.
What's up, bro?
I wish you would have said no. I wish you would have said no. What's up?
Don't listen to Fred. You got to understand, you know, the brothers are captivated by your beauty. So that's why you don't have a lot of brothers coming in right now. That's
hey, cowards, nigga. I got a whole bunch of. They taking all the air out the ball. Non-athletic motherfuckers, man. I'm ashamed of them. I'm officially ashamed, because tomorrow we gonna have Erickson Rubin and Coach Cunningham and this motherfucker. I swear to God, I'm swear to God, no lie.
But I wanted to tell you, sister, you a lot of sisters can't really wear that bald head, but you wear it well. It looks good. Definitely looks good on you. You know, I'm just watching this and feeling your spirit, and it's lovely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was definitely you. Now I want to ask you a few questions, because I know that my daughter, she knows who you are, and she also is into the arts, and she has a little bit of activism in her as well. I call her little Asada Shakur, you know. And she was upset because she was having some disagreements with her mom, because she wanted to come out and protest, and her mom was fearing for her safety. So she wouldn't let her go. It was crazy, and I didn't want to get on the phone and get involved in it, you know, because I'm in Texas, she's out there in Cali.
Okay.
You know, but I knew what she was dealing with. So I just had to explain to her that, you know, there are other ways that she can fight, you know, because I understood her frustration with that. And her being in the arts, a lot of times if there's things written a certain way, she'll speak up, you know, against how they're written, and she'll actually get them rewritten. I don't know how much stage you've done, but have you ever done stage, or you just gonna move?
Not too much. Maybe early on, in my early 20s, but not
Right.
a lot of stage. But she sounds like she's a very strong-willed young lady.
Yes, she is.
Good when you
Yeah,
you know when
yeah.
you business, you got to be solid.
Yeah, I mean, she has a entrepreneur spirit. She embraces her natural hair. She's got the big afro. If she doesn't have the afro, it's either braided. You know? But
and she's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, she's very much aware. She started baking cookies for just to make money, because, you know, in college, and she didn't really expect it to take off like it has. And yeah, so now I'm telling her she's probably gonna need to try and make a deal with the commercial kitchen to start getting her stuff out there, because you know, she gets a lot of orders, and she has to do the bulk of it herself. You know, her mother helps out, her sister helps out, but she has to do a bulk of it herself. So I was telling her she needs to get a contract with the commercial kitchen to start getting her stuff out there.
That's awesome. I'm really so impressed and proud of this generation coming up in their entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
Like they getting their money. You know what I mean? It's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
So far advanced than, I know in my generation where we were, dibbling and dabbling, but they're so advanced about their business, and I love that.
Yes.
They're very tuned in to that. That's a
yes, they
great
are.
thing.
Yes, they are. I'm surprised. I had to apologize because I thought this generation was lost, but they really surprised me here within the next, the next year or so. I was really surprised at some of the things this generation is doing, and so I had to change that. I had to stand corrected. But I wanted to. You said something that caught my ear, and I was listening to Tariq Nasheed. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but I was listening to him today, and he was saying that, because he was speaking of Terry Crews, being bug broken, and the stuff that he was saying. Tariq was, critiquing that, but he was saying that a lot of our sisters out here, are waiting, for, our Black men, to stand up, to lead, so that they can fall in place. Do you think that's a fact?
Yeah, I think that's a fact.
I
feel like, a lot of lines were blurred with the whole, this feminist movement thing. And I feel like a lot of brothers took that, and I don't know. I can't. I don't want to point the finger, because that's not the case. But I feel like a lot of sisters got confused with that whole feminist movement, which wasn't our movement in the first place.
Right.
And I feel like, some of the sisters that really aren't aligned with that idea got caught up in that whole circus, because there's so many women that I know, professional or not, that are waiting for the leadership and are waiting for our kings to step in and take those leadership roles. But at the same time, our women, Black women, are very, even though we're self-sufficient and we're independent doesn't mean that, you know, we don't need you. That's not the case. I feel like, well, I can only speak for myself, but I know the conversations that I have with my tribe and my village is, you know, we're really big on legacy. And, you know, as you lead, we want to support. You know, it's like if you can partner up and become a real team, you know what I'm saying, and build that legacy together in a healthy and a whole way, then what's the problem?
Do you think a lot of our Black women have been compromised mentally?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. We've been jaded. I feel like it's a lot of traumas going on. It's a lot of baggage. You know, a lot of our Black women feel abandoned in so many instances. You know, like you said, I get my hair cut, so I'm in these barbershops a lot. Right.
You get real conversation in the barbershop, better believe it.
That's right. And I'm very quiet. I'm very quiet in the barbershop.
All right. Yes, most definitely.
But I also think that, you know, a lot of our sisters, they're looking in the wrong places. You know, they're overlooking the kings that are right there in front of their face because they're not looking for the right things. So if you want a man that's cultured and knows who he is in his beautiful skin, then you really shouldn't have any problems. But the fact remains that it's a shortage on Black men. It's a shortage on Black men because you guys are getting, you know, murdered out here in the streets. You know, it's a lot of homosexuality going on.
Right.
The criminal justice system, you guys are, you know, caught up in that. So it's literally more Black women out here single than not. And it's a real thing. It's not coming, it's not falling from the sky. It's a real epidemic out here. It's a real problem.
Yes.
Why are all my friends single? And they're beautiful, Black, smart, intelligent women that are just ready. You know?
Yeah. You know, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, she wrote a book called The ISIS Papers. And in this book, she talked about the fear of genetic annihilation that the white man has the Black man, and their engineered plan to emasculate the Black male. And you look at today, and you see that, you know, how they parade, you know, how they take guys like Terry Crews, is big for nothing, and they bug break him. And then they parade guys around like what's the gay dude that was wearing a dress at the Oscars? Billy Porter. They take guys like that and parade him around. You know, so
it does for sure, because that's their agenda. That's why I was saying earlier, mainstream media, we need to really break away from that and start supporting our Black media. That's for us. Like, mainstream media was never set up for our best interests, given you know, with all the propagandas they have, it's not set up for us and the narratives that we really share in the moral code that we base our lives on for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was telling Frederick, like, yo, we need to start supporting our Black media and really diving into what that is and getting our information, because they're not going to give us the two sides of the pancake. They only gonna give us their side of the pancake.
Right. Very much so.
You like with crispy edges though, or not? D.
You said what?
Pancakes with crispy edges or not?
Do I like my eggs crispy on
pancakes?
The edges?
Yeah, when you eat pancakes, you want your pancakes crispy on the edges or not?
I don't like my pancakes crispy on
You
the
like,
edges.
you like yours, E? Crispy on the edges?
What the hell are you talking about?
Like, the edges. Yeah, you don't know nothing. Am I the only weird nigga in this motherfucker? Like, oh, now I'm the crazy one. Now I'm the crazy nigga. All right, I'm gonna go back to sweeping the floor. Go ahead, y'all continue. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Homemade thin pancakes.
But again, sister, I'm feeling your spirit is beautiful. I met Erica, but you brought her up, man. She is so cool. You know, when I first moved here to Dallas, I met her at there was a club that her sister had called Reciprocity. Are you familiar with spoken word? Okay, yeah, well, she had a club here, and it was a spoken word club, and Erica was sitting on the floor making gift bags, like party gift bags, and I didn't recognize it because it was kind of dark, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And she said, she was like, "I'm making gift bags, you know, for my sister." I was like, "Oh, okay." Then a sister, like maybe like an hour later, introduced her. And she was sitting right across from me the whole time. Yeah, she gets up and go on the stage. But yeah, she's really cool. But I want to ask you, what advice? Because I'm going to show this to my daughter, and I know she knows who you are. So, what advice would you give her? Because now, what her plan was, remember I was telling her stuff the stage. So she had planned to go to New York and do her thing, and she had already done like an internship there last year, so she was going back, to try and capitalize on those relationships that she had built. But when this whole pandemic went down, exactly, when this whole pandemic went down, she that shut down. And then she lost what she was doing here because she was actually in a play here. She was the choreographer and she was in the play. That shut down. And then she was also teaching drama at her high school. So that shut down. So I was telling her, she knows people in Atlanta who actually work for Tyler Perry. But I was telling her she might have to make a detour, in her plan. But I'm actually, what advice would you give her in the business, and what she needs to do as far as going forward?
What I would tell her is during this time, you have to know how to adjust to what's going on. And what I would say is just pay close attention to really honing in her craft as much as she can while she has the time. I really would stress that and take advantage of that, because when thing is up and going, it's gonna go. So I would, like I'm doing, just hone in on your craft, get as creative as you can, pay attention to the different avenues as far as money streams with social media, and how you can engage with your supporters, and start just honing in on that. Because coming up now, I can't stress enough how much social media is very, very important, and while people are on their phones 24/7, they just want content. That's all they want. So if she can sing, if she can act, if she can do something, you better use that phone to just connect with people through your art. And that's the best advice that I could give her, like right now during this pandemic. And for the long haul, of course, I mean, she sounds like you guys are great parents. Write down your short-term goals and your long-term goals. like just get your house in order as best you can while you have this downtime. And you know, when it's time for the world to open up again, it's gonna be a whole new normal. You want to be kind of ahead of the curve when it comes to that. So that's what I would say. If that at all.
Right. I appreciate that. I think that her cookies are actually going to be her financial freedom. That's going to really help her along her way, so that she doesn't have to do anything to not incriminate, but to keep her integrity in the business. She doesn't have to do anything that's going to affect her integrity. She needs a business plan, and like I said, you know, to get a relationship with the commercial kitchen to get her, because at the point now she's like, Daddy, that's a lot of bacon. She wasn't really expecting it to take off like it did, so she needs help, you know. And I was gonna holler at you about that, Fred, because I know you know everybody. You know, so I was gonna holler at you about that.
Oh, look, I'm here. I'm available. Just you can find me on social media. You can always DM me, and we can go from there. Okay. I have some cool connections and, you know, stuff like that when it comes to outsourcing resources with the.
Cool. I appreciate that. Okay.
For sure.
Most definitely. I love your spirit, sister. It was good talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, I'm back in the chat.
Appreciate you.
All right now. All right.
Hey, AV, did you notice he rubbed his beard when he was talking to you and shit? He was like, yeah.
No, I did not.
Yeah, he got this groove. The nigga got this groove, man. Hey, I'm disappointed in you, dog.
Might I add?
Yes.
Might I add, like, the brothers and growing their beards and stuff, we really like that. The sisters like that. Like we like you know, the beards and the hair on the face. You know, women like that more than not. Just to let y'all know. Like the clean shaven, I mean, it's cool, but the hair on the beard,
yeah,
that's
growing into your man strength, right?
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed in you. You don't eat your pancakes with crispy edges, dog. Like, I'm totally disappointed. You had no clue what that was. I'm like, nigga.
My mom makes them pancakes like that. I like my pancakes fluffy.
Fluffy? So,
yeah, I do. Not too fluffy, but I don't like them how you like them. You like them like how my mama liked them.
I like the crispy edges though, but it's hard to find now. You know, everything is so gourmet, and with the powdered sugar and the pep and the peppermint,
like
whatever it is.
Old school.
Yeah, man, iron skillet and all that.
Yeah.
So you like the Griddle Cafe when you wasn't a vegan? Did you go to the Griddle Cafe often?
Or
was it out there?
A lot.
Okay.
But sometimes I did, yeah. I cook a lot at home though. Honestly.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, vegan or not, like I really cook a whole lot. I'm a really good cooker.
Egg salad sandwiches.
Egg what?
I said egg salad sandwiches. Like, what is it? Your good cooking is changing the bread, huh? Squab bread, rye bread.
No, I made some egg salad sandwiches in my day.
I know. Oh, you ain't kidding. Shit. Grilled cheese, soft on the inside, hard on the outside, and shit. I was a king of that shit. Yeah.
All of that.
What's your favorite meal to cook?
My favorite meal? I love tacos. I'm not gonna lie.
Hard shell, deep fried, or soft shell?
Huh?
Soft shell or deep fried? How do you like it? The shell.
I do mine. The best is when you.
Oh.
Fried shell.
Wait 1 second. Let me say that. Oh, he's calling. That's my favorite part.
That's Raheem's song.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the video, and that's my favorite line. Actually, and they can attest to this too, because we all support each other and follow each other. Many of us here. That was my Valentine's Day song this year.
Oh, really?
That was that line. I feel God when you like. Yeah, well, Raheem makes it, and you make it sound a whole lot better as well. But that was my favorite part, because you guys are like lying in bed, and it's like you guys made love without touching, you know. And that part came on. But He tried to call back in. Oh, he hung up. So you still here? Are you still here? What's up?
Hell yeah, I'm still here. Shit, I ain't going nowhere. With V on the phone, shit, I'm here for a minute. Hey,
you got 10 minutes, V? You got 10 minutes left in you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right.
Yeah. All right, look, so check this out. So I know several of the songs, right? But what's your favorite song?
My favorite song. Ooh. That's a good question. Nobody has ever asked me that.
Really? You've never been asked that?
All my questions are good.
Yeah, y'all might as well exchange contact information. Shit.
Yep, 323. Yeah, send it on your phone.
I'll text it to her. How about that? I'll text it to her, D.
For real, we're gonna FaceTime tonight. Yeah, I ain't in the background hiding. I'm not beaming in right now, but yeah, you're gonna see me, see and hear me loud and clear.
You funny. I actually
South Central.
She said she called you funny.
I love Smile because I don't get to sing it as much. Maybe that's why.
Wait,
I love
which one is that?
The song I did with Timberland called Smile. That's one of my favorites.
How that one go?
You slick.
How that one go?
Hey.
Y'all know I'm smart now.
V, quit playing. How that one go?
It goes through the rain and shine. I'll be there when you call me. You're my favorite song that I sing in the morning. You're the cream to my coffee. You're the sound of my heartbeat. Baby, you're that one now. Can't live till I got that one now. See, I forgot the words because I don't ever get to
that was good enough right there. That's gonna be able to hold us for another 3 or 4 minutes until you remember some more. Hey, no, that was good. No, I appreciate that. Hey, Fred he's being modest and maybe a little bit sheepish, but I'm sure you probably know when Fred was talking about what are some of the things that you want to do in the community and in Los Angeles, and you said that you were vegan. I was already thinking, because I'm a vegan too, you know what I'm saying? And he has barbecues and all type of community events, especially when there's big fights out in Los Angeles, or actually whenever there's fights anywhere. He'll get anywhere from 100 to 300-400 people together and do stuff and do backpack giveaways and do free haircuts and all kind of stuff like that. So I was thinking when we have the next one, you can collab with Fred on that, and we can do 2 barbecues simultaneously. We do one that's plant-based, and then we do one on the other side that's for the people that kill animals. So
you a funny nigga, dog. You a funny nigga, dog. And I almost didn't pick up the call. Almost, nigga. Almost.
That's actually a good idea, though.
Yeah, we can rock that. That's
yeah, we got to get you in on that the next time that we do, once this once all of this bullshit clear up.
Right. Mm-hmm. It could be a really good great turnout from your peoples to my peoples.
They coming.
It could be a really good
I'm telling you
right there.
I've never had less than 100 people. Never.
Yeah.
And
I would love to do that. That's actually a good idea, caller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is DB. He probably wants you to say his name. DB.
What's your name?
DB. My name is Antonio Del Negro. So DB stands for Del Negro Boxing.
Okay, cool. DB.
She's so LA. What's your name?
Yeah, no, I know that. Women from South Central, women from Los Angeles, they just make them different. Patty Deans, V, like they just make them different. It's a whole different breed. So
yeah, you're right.
Hey, but listen, there's a vegan restaurant that's in Inglewood. It's off of Manchester and where's a little funny on Market, and it's called The Stuff I Eat. Say it again.
Go ahead, tell her.
The Stuff I Eat.
Yeah, I go there all the time.
Okay, yeah. So just so we can support Black business, you know what I mean, and be healthy at the same time.
those lava vegan burritos. That's my favorite.
That's my favorite. Yeah. Okay.
You do that.
Right,
Look, you got to go ahead, David. I'll wait.
Okay. So what's in heavy rotation outside of your own music that you like to listen to in terms of like R&B, hip hop, jazz, and all of that?
Right now, I'm listening to a lot of independent artists. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, like I'm listening to Kenyon. Kenyon Dixon. He from the hood too. He's an amazing writer and artist that just put out an EP. I'm actually on this EP that he did, but he puts out a lot of music and he's like really, really amazing. He's what I'm listening to right now. As far as his EP, which is called Switch. You guys should check that out. He would be a good guest for you too, Fred.
Okay, thank you. Send them my way for sure.
For sure. And I'm listening to a lot of old school right now too. You know, we mentioned Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Different to some people. Some people might say 80s, or some people say 70s. You know, it could be stylistics, Delphonics. You know, so what's old school to you?
I mean, it's from Shaka Khan to you know, Earth, Wind, and Fire to you know, I still love me some Diana Ross. You know, it's all those types of things here and there. But
okay.
I you know, sometimes you'll hear me listening to some jazz here and there. You know, it just depends on what I'm feeling like. You know what I'm saying? For the most part.
I don't hear you listening to that.
Some Coltrane, I don't know, huh?
You said sometimes I'm gonna hear you listening to that.
Yeah, sometimes I'll put on some Coltrane. Sometimes, am I missing something?
Man, this motherfucker just shot a reverse layup on you, V.
And got fouled. Gonna go for the extra point.
And one, nigga, and one.
Yeah. All right, V. And also, when is your next show?
I don't know. I am going to give a virtual concert soon.
How
July.
Oh, July. Okay.
It'll be July. It's getting set up right now. I'm working with some brothers, and it'll probably be through my YouTube channel, but that's going to be coming in July. So, you know, we can't do anything live. So I'm trying to set up something that's quality, and especially the sound quality is good and all of that stuff. So I'll be doing that.
Okay. Make sure you let Dr. Frederick know, because he'll put flyers all over the barbershop and make sure we all there.
For sure. I definitely will. I definitely.
And my last question for you, you know, because you're sitting down right now, but I already, you know, I've been to shows and I've seen everything. So what's your favorite body part on a man and your favorite body part on you?
My favorite body part on a man is, I love a man's hands. I'm not gonna lie. I love a man's strong hands. And my favorite body part on me is my neck.
Your neck, huh? Okay. Okay.
That's an interesting question, y'all. You look, I haven't got so many questions like this ever before.
Oh, the next time you come back, it's gonna get even more intimate. They're gonna feel more comfortable. Well, at least DB is. You know what I mean? DB just goes. You know what I mean? These niggas, man,
Yeah, these dudes from South Dakota and Wisconsin and shit. We from LA.
Hey, V, you know what the niggas said in the chat? The phones don't work. How this nigga phone work and nobody else's work? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. These niggas so full of shit.
That's why.
These niggas so full of shit. These niggas so full of shit.
No worries.
Yeah. But so we'll be waiting on you.
For sure. I really appreciate you guys' support and all the love y'all been showing. For sure. I really appreciate that. It means so much to me.
Okay. And my big brother Reggie, he in the chat. He probably gonna call in because I know he probably got a few words he want to cap at you real quick, and then I'll call back in a minute for it.
We'll close the show.
All right, Miss B.
For sure.
All right.
We got a beam in. We got a beam in.
See what is love if it's not guaranteed.
Oh, I thought you was gonna finish it.
Yo, what's good, Fred?
Hey, what's up, Drew?
Miss V, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Yep, I can hear you.
How about these hands?
How you doing?
I'm good. These are good hands right here? These are good hands? You're in good hands with Allstate.
They look good.
You're in good hands. I'm gonna keep it real brief. Because I just walked back up in here. I was actually outside doing some, the weather's nice. You got, get some workout in. You're a vegan.
Outside.
You're a vegan. How long you been vegan?
About 2 years now.
10 years?
2.
Wow. Oh, 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. How's that working out for you? How you feeling on the inside?
I feel amazing. I feel the best I've ever felt. I'm enjoying this vegan journey, and I'm glad I finally committed to it.
Okay. So what kind of do you have a workout regimen?
Yeah, I do. So maybe three to 4 times out of the week, I'll do about 1.5 miles or so around the neighborhood. And then I do this like workout, like this fitness workout called Torch, where it's like an hour of just a full body workout, just to keep the muscles nice and tight. And it really, really works with this guy named Isaac Boots. He's like this gay guy, a dancer, but he's really into like the leg toning and the arm toning and stuff like that. So it sustains me. That's what I do every day. And then I do like my little protein shake afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
How long does it take for you to jog a mile, or do you even keep time?
I don't keep time.
Okay.
I gotta wait for that long time. That the trip it doesn't take a long time though, because I've been doing it for so long. It don't take too long. Maybe under 7 minutes, something like that on the treadmill, from what I can remember.
That's gangster. You can do 1 mile in 7 minutes? That's tough.
About 7 minutes.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's tough. I like that. You jump rope?
Sometimes. I like to jump rope sometimes. Before the quarantine, he had us jump rope a lot, and like intervals and stuff like that. We do like a lot of intervals. So yeah, I used to like jumping rope.
Jumping rope is a shit. How often are you in New York?
I go to New York throughout the year. My best friend is out there, so I definitely go throughout the year for her or work.
Where's she in Manhattan?
She's in Jamaica, Queens.
Oh, crazy ass Queens. Okay. I'm in the Bronx. So I ain't gonna tie the line up. So here's what you do. When you in New York, hit me up. We can go to the gym and we can get a workout on.
Okay. A
nice one. I don't have my license, but I train like fuck.
Okay.
He goes hard, man. Drew goes hard.
I go hard.
Right.
So,
I believe you.
Yeah. Fred got my information. Hit me up. Seriously. Get a workout in and we can get busy.
I always like to get a good workout in now. So don't be surprised if me and my best friend, he hits you up.
You might get a 2-for-1 deal, dog. You know what I mean? We got this pizza company out here called 2-for-1 on like Figueroa and
listen, I won't
on Manchester. It was on Manchester, motherfucking Figueroa. Remember that shit?
No, y'all might not like me when it's over. I'll be on my drill sergeant.
That means you did your job then. But I'm
That's
not
right.
a quitter.
Good.
I get to the pain. It's all good.
Good. Pain is weakness leaving the body. And when you hit me up, make sure you have some jump ropes with you. We're gonna kill it.
Okay, for sure.
All right now.
Appreciate you, Drew. Thanks,
All right
man.
now. Take it easy.
Bye.
Appreciate you. So hands is your favorite asset on a man, huh? Hands?
Yeah, it is. Nice, some nice, strong, big, clean hands. And the fingernails are like, you know, very short. Not short to where they look crazy, but short enough to where it's like all short even.
You don't like the nigga with the cocaine pinky nail? You don't like that nigga?
We don't do that.
All right, this gonna be the last call. We're gonna get out of here, V. How's that? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Last call, we'll get the hell out of here. Oh, the phone lines works, huh? I feel God when you lay next to me. That's my shit. Man. Anyways, continue. What's up, man? How you feel, dog?
Man, thanks for opening the phone lines.
Opening the phone lines, nigga. How did DB phone work and yours going, nigga? Don't cut the bullshit, nigga. Okay. She's all yours, by the way. No, you can talk to me tomorrow, nigga. Yell at me tomorrow.
No, I ain't yelling at you.
I know what you said.
I want to dig into B's brain a little bit musically, man. I love the voice. I want to know, when did you get started with music? How young were you? When did you identify that you can sing, or did someone discover that you can sing?
I always knew I could sing. I never not remember not singing. Like I was saying earlier, I've always known I could sing. And I started in church and never stopped. I never knew when I wasn't singing. So if that tells you, you know, at all about, you know, why I knew I was here on this earth, that should tell you for sure. Because this is just what I knew I was here to do. You know what I mean? So I started in church, choirs, and all that stuff.
Your first song you ever wrote, and then what was your first performance? And was it a love song? Was it out of heartbreak, or did you write it about somebody?
My first song I ever wrote, I was in high school. And it was called shoot, what was that song called? It was actually a great song. Damn, I can't remember right now, but it was in high school, and I was just like, wow, I didn't even know the fundamentals of writing. I just was, you know, jotting down what I felt, and melody wise, it just, you know, came to me. But I've been writing since high school. Yeah.
All right, good shit. So if you can go back and perform with anybody that's ever done it, who would you go out there and perform with? And also, I want to know, who do you pull from musically, whether it's an artist or whether it's somebody from the church or a relative that's vocally gifted?
I mean, honestly, if Whitney Houston was here, I would love to perform with Whitney Houston. I would love to. That's who just touched me in a way that no one has ever touched me when it comes to a person's voice, and to make me, to fill me up, to get me full. You know, she's not here, and that's that. But I pull from Toni Braxton a lot. I pull from Lauryn Hill a lot. I pull from Shaka Khan. A lot of goats. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say.
I got a main line in Shaka Khan, so if you ever need to get a hold of her.
Yeah, man. I mean,
sure. I got a direct.
These artists that I'm naming, they just knew how to communicate to their supporters. They knew how to communicate through song, and just in an amazing way. So those are the artists that I've looked to as far as like the foundation of who I am. Them for sure. Anita Baker's, the Tina Turners, you know what I'm saying? Ella Fitzgerald's, Mahalia Jackson's, people that, you know, These new booties don't even really know nothing about. But hey.
Right. I'm glad I asked you that because, like, look, just peeping you and looking at you, you give off like a Lauren vibe, like a motherfucker. And what's your thoughts on her work? What are your thoughts on her, and what is one of her best pieces of work that shit, maybe you go back and redo it or something you want to touch up on?
Shoot, Lauren was prolific. I mean,
so gifted.
Man, talk about young, gifted, and black. You know, she just embodies what a well-rounded artist is to me, as far as touching people's hearts and souls through lyrically. Just lyrically, her content it was so like ahead of her time. You know what I mean? And how powerful she is, just even on stage, and how young she was, talking about the things talking about. That's I feel like that's why Lauryn Hill is so relevant, you know, right now. Like, she makes music that you can play forever. And that's what I want to do as far as, you know, the legacy that I want to leave. I just want to make music that you can play whenever. It's just timeless music. That's what I want to do. So
Absolutely. But before I close out, I got just a few more questions to hit you with, because I don't know, I like artists. I love dealing with art, like, you know, digging into the minds of artists, especially female artists. But when it comes down to this game, what are some of the things that you have observed or experienced that really ticks you off with the industry, and what would you like to change? Whether that's just having to deal with the harassment as being a woman, whether it's sexually, or people undermining you because you're a woman. What are the things that have kind of pulled at you, and things that you would like to change within the industry for artists, period?
I just wish that people would let artists kind of just be more free to dictate their own narratives and what they want to talk about. A lot of times these labels, because they feel like, oh, well, we can make money off of her, they tend to just try to imitate something over and over and over again. And they get stuck in this one thing, and they forgot about creating a balance. That's what I miss about, or what I loved about the industry, you know. I call it in yesteryear. It was more of a balance. It was more of a balance for the people, you know what I mean? And it's like now, when you hear somebody that can actually sing, or can actually give you an amazing, nice soul, R&B soul body of work, it's like this whole phenomenon. Yeah, it's a phenomenon because it's not enough out there for people to enjoy it. It's not a balance. It's just one sound all the time, which I feel like we're getting out of, thank God. And we're appreciating more versatile artists and how they look, and not getting so caught up in the stereotypes of,
man,
you know,
please bring the breakdowns back, man. Bring the breakdown back without the 808s and shit like that. Oh man.
And like, when are we gonna actually talk to the people instead of like talking at them?
Man.
When are we gonna, you know,
watch television till the television went off.
The hoes, the this, the that, and I'm like, what about the grown folks? Like, come on, man. Everybody is not like on that vibration. So if they put just as much money as they put into this hip hop stuff, and they could put into this other music, we can really start having a balanced out, you know, vibration when it comes to this music thing. And I'm not down at anything. I'm just saying, let's create a balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep it real.
Yeah. And quit always trying to like sell all of these crazy looking women to our young girls. That's another thing that I really don't like. You know, it needs to be more you know, women that our girls can really look up to and can see themselves and be proud of, you know, who they really are, instead of feeling like they have to alter themselves to, you know, be beautiful or to be successful or to get a man and all of that stuff, because that's a lie.
Facts.
So that's another thing.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it, man. I'm fucking with you all day. You should have been open the phone for me, Fred.
Yeah, the phone line's been open, dog. I mean, I guess DB is the only person to the bat line. I even opened up a second line to make sure that y'all don't have this type of it happen again. But I appreciate you calling in, though. He's from LA too, by the way. He's from LA.
That's what's
he's from the South or South Central. He went to Washington.
Hey.
Yeah, he's a general.
Yeah, from that wash house. Yeah. Hey, but before I close, like you know, like structure wise, like what's when you go into like your creative side, like when writing, how do you structure your songs? How do you come off? And what makes a hit for you? And I'm gonna get back in the chat, but I enjoy talking with you and shit, looking at you as well.
I mean, I basically just go on the booth and start spitting out melodies and stuff like that. Not necessarily words. I just kind of spit out melodies and stuff like that. Then I come out and I listen to the catchy. I put words to the catchier melodies and we start structuring out the song from there. So it's just vibe. It just starts with vibe. Yep.
That's it, Reg? Yeah. Oh, he hung up. Oh, he hung up. D, I want to thank you for coming in tonight. Go ahead and call in, DB. So we got this thing at the end of the show where DB wraps up the show, the guy that keeps on calling you, you know. So I'm going to bring you back in. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm going to bring you. Wait, I'm going to do this. Can you hear me now? It's static.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, well, we got this thing. Damn, how did that happen? I'm going to bring you out and bring you back in. How about now? Is this better? V? Nope, not better. Well, anyways, this thank you. Yeah, it just happened like that. Thank you for coming in. You can't make out what I'm saying, huh? Okay, one more time. How's this?
My phone is about to die, though, I think.
Okay, well, I just want to say oh, it works now. Can you hear me now? Well, I just want to say thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming into the barbershop. Thank you for coming into the barbershop. We really appreciate you coming in. And don't be a stranger. Come back anytime. You know what I mean? And hopefully we hook up on some community stuff. Hopefully down the line. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, V, because the phone line is not. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you, V. Go ahead and wrap it up, DB.
Hey, Ms. V, man, we sure appreciate you coming out here and chilling with us at the barber shop. We got 8 chairs in total, but 2 of the barbers are out sick with COVID-19, and they'll be returning soon. The other 2 barbers don't got no energy because they didn't want to eat the vegan food I brought in today.
Okay.
But we still at the barbershop having a great time. And, you know, man, a lot of people are religious. And they believe in jinns and angels and demons. But at the end of the day, we all know that the devil is a lie.
Hey, appreciate you, Miss V. Bozeman. I genuinely appreciate you coming in. Thank you. Reggie Owens, Jeffrey Lakes, Donald, Lavelle, Patty Dean, appreciate you. Reggie Owens, V. Bozeman, hey!
V, tell V, don't text me before 12 midnight.
Appreciate you. Tell it like it is, TV. J8, Lavelle, Phil, Drew, Reggie Owens, Phil, Patty Dean, Tay Walker, Muir, Drew Titan again, Patty Dean, I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody coming in, man. Thank you, vbozeman. We really appreciate it. I don't know what happened at the end. I just wanted to give her a proper thank you, but you know, I'll text her and tell her thank you for coming in. But we had a good time tonight. Appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all got to call in a whole lot soon. To open up 2 phone lines. I don't want to ever hear that shit again. Let's sing this shit, y'all.
Life's a play with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games to play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a lie. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Hey,
it's all in what you do. Hey, some things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey. This fight for millions. Appreciate you, People Hernandez. Don't forget tomorrow. Guess who we got in the building tomorrow? Coach Cunningham and Erickson Lubin. Tomorrow, he gonna put 154 on notice. And guess who we got coming in next Tuesday? Steve Breadman. Hey, we doing 154. 154. Maybe I can get Jamel in on Thursday. No backing down. So we doing this BIG, man. I appreciate everybody coming in, man. vbozeman, we appreciate you spending 2 hours with us. Thank you. Jen, we appreciate you, man. And we're going to support your music, guaranteed. And we're going to do something in the community somehow, some way. Right, Patty Dean? We're going to do something in the community. Right, DB? We're going to Jarvis. We're going to do something in the community. I didn't get a chance to ask her, Champ, because the phone, I had it up to ask her, but it didn't allow me to ask her because something happened with StreamYard. That shit just first time I ever did that, but it probably because her phone was dying too. You know what I mean? So that was probably it too. So, but I appreciate her coming on, man, and I'll text her thank you and all that, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna sing this shit one more time and we out, DB. Oh, DB hung up. Okay. Last time, y'all, sing this shit.
Cause the devil is a lie. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, it's all in what you do. Hey,
some things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. See you guys tomorrow night. Erickson Lubin, Coach Cunningham tomorrow night. It's on and popping. 154 TB. This perfectly show for you. You always call in and ask about 154. Well, here's your chance. Ask about 154 all you want tomorrow, and we're gonna get it popping, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, vbozeman. Thank you, Keenan. I appreciate you, Keenan, and we're gonna go on from there. I see y'all niggas tomorrow night. Peace.